Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today's video is overhead again. I mentioned in my last video, the years of usage, that shooting it this way is easier for me right now, and because I'm behind, I just thought I would make it easy on myself. So I shot my years of usage video this way, and I'm doing it for this one as well. So here is my update for my No Pan Left Behind project. In this project, I try to use every shadow that I have in my collection at least once, but it's very casual. I don't force myself to use any shadows if I don't want to, and it's giving me an insight of what shadows I gravitate towards and what shadows I may be able to say goodbye to at the end of the year. I forgot to grab some palettes. Hold on. Well, actually, yeah, I need one more. Okay, so I will put on the screen my spreadsheet. So my spreadsheet starts with all of my palettes, and the squares are getting colored in according to the month. So we're doing a rainbow, sort of. January was red, and then February was orange, March was yellow, April was light green, May was dark green, June was light blue, August was dark blue, September was purple, and now we're at October. Honestly, the best color for October should have been orange, I think. Orange or purple, but we already did those colors. So this color scheme is kind of throwing me off, but it's whatever. So hopefully you can see October on the screen right now. October was pink, like hot pink. And in October, I used 9 new shadows. So 9 shadows that I hadn't used before have gotten used. Last month, I completely forgot to mention that I added a new palette to my collection. So maybe you saw it in the spreadsheet, maybe you didn't. Maybe you saw the video, the haul, maybe you saw years of usage, and I mentioned it there as well, and I also forgot to mention it in the September update. But I added the ColourPop Shrek palette to my collection. This is what that looks like. As of today, I haven't used any of the shadows yet. I really wanted to film a get ready with me using this, or like a first impressions or whatever you want to call it. And it just didn't happen. A lot of shit happened in my life and I got behind, and I just haven't used it yet. I'm still excited to go ahead and use it, so I will in the future. Should I zoom you guys in? Maybe a little bit. There we go. Felt like you were far, far away. Ha! That's a cute Shrek reference as well, if you know, you know. Okay, that... I didn't even think about that. Okay. So this palette is added to my collection. Still uncolored because I didn't use anything yet, but I will, and I'm excited to. Oh my gosh, just hit my tripod. Sorry about that. So this month, 9 shadows. You know, it isn't a crazy amount, but I'm happy that we still got to use 9 shadows that I hadn't used yet. I have one that I used from my Glamlight Lord of the Rings palette. I used the shade, oh my gosh. Did you see that? I'm just gonna point to this shadow and my nail just went in. Okay, the damage is not big, luckily. Also, this is not one of my most favorite shadows, so okay, great. Okay, careful now. I used this shadow right here called Mary. I was just doing some greens, so I used that, and I haven't used that yet. So there's the one use from this palette. Let me wipe my finger real quick. Okay, I have some dark green staining on my nails, but whatever. Okay, and then 2 shadows came from my Beauty Shop singles collection, which is in here. I used the shade Tropical, which is in a different palette at the moment. I used the shade Tropical, and then I also used I think this one, Galaxy Oasis. because I had to hit pan. I think it was in pan those eyeshadows, not sure. And that means that I only need to use one Mica Beauty Shop single and have them all completed. And that is this one right here called Medusa. I don't know why I haven't used this yet. I thought it was one of those darker ones that just aren't really my favorites and are harder to use. But it's this one, so I think I can use this at some point this year still and have the palette completed, which would be nice. So there's that. And then the most amount of shadows used came from my ColourPop singles. Now, I just have this palette to show you guys. There's more actually in this palette. That top 2 rows are also ColourPop singles. And then I have some in my Panda palette of this year, which I'm not going to show because that would be spoilers. But anyway, here's some ColourPop singles for you to look at. I used 7, is that correct? 2, 4, 6 ColourPop singles that I haven't used yet this year. So I'm very happy about that. And that gives us a total of 9. So that actually is all that I have to mention. I think it will be fun at the end of the year to do an overview of every shadow that I haven't used, like shoot the palette and then sort of cross out which shadows I didn't use. So say I show you a photo or like a video of this palette and then put red crosses over what I didn't use, just so we can get an overview of what I actually used and what I didn't. But I don't know, I'll think about what to do for that. This will be all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any suggestions for like how I should do these videos, because I'm noticing with this one and also the years of usage one that shooting it overhead is actually easier for me because I'm looking to the side to my spreadsheet and I can just read it to you guys instead of trying to remember. But I don't know what you guys prefer. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.